So let's talk about AI. It's everywhere, right? Especially when it comes to education. The promise is huge. It feels like we finally have this key to unlocking, unlimited knowledge. But is that really the whole story? In this explainer, we're going to dig into a powerful idea that says maybe not, that the human part, our own desire to learn, is what truly matters most.
And that brings us right to the central question. I mean, think about it. AI can spit out endless articles, summaries, and personalized lesson plans on demand. But is all of that actually making us better learners? Or are we just getting buried under a mountain of perfectly tailored content without any of it really sinking in? That's the tension we're going to explore.
Okay, first things first, we have to acknowledge the hype. It's real. There is a massive wave of excitement around what AI can do for us. The general feeling is that we finally, cracked the code, that the biggest barriers to learning have just disappeared.
And here's that promise in a nutshell. The idea is really simple. If you have infinite content, all of it perfectly focused on what you need, and it's delivered instantly, well then learning should just kind of happen. More pages, more customized info, it must equal more knowledge. It sounds fantastic, but is it actually true?
This is where we take a sharp turn, because the core idea we're looking at today argues that this whole concept, that just pushing out more content equals learning, is based on a huge misunderstanding of what learning even is.
And this, right here, lays it all out so clearly. On one side, you've got content delivery. That's just stuff. Pushing out pages, having more books, getting focused info. But on the other side, that's real learning. And the words here are so important. It's a behavioral process. It requires active participation. It takes willing effort. These are not the same thing, not even close.
So let's really lock in that definition. Learning isn't a product you can just download. It's a process, something that involves your behavior. It's an action. It's something you do, not something that's done to you. Honestly, it doesn't matter how many perfect pages an AI serves up. If the person doesn't choose to actively engage, well, nothing's really happening. All right, so if more content isn't the magic bullet, then what is? This is where we get into the human side of the equation. Let's break down what real, true learning actually requires from us.
I love this old saying. It really gets to the philosophical heart of the argument. It suggests that the most critical piece of the puzzle isn't the teacher or the book or even a super smart AI. It's the student being ready. That desire, that willingness to learn, that has to come first. Without it, even the most perfect lesson plan is just noise. So what does that readiness look like in practice? You can think of it as a three-step journey. It all starts with a stimulus. You watch something, you try something, you bump into a new idea. That leads to step 2, an emotion. You feel a connection, curiosity, maybe confusion or excitement. And that feeling, that's the spark. It's what ignites the final crucial step, participation. That's when you make that conscious decision to lean in and make a real effort to understand.
And this analogy is just perfect. Learning isn't a one-and-done event. You can't just plant a fact in your brain and expect it to grow into this big tree of understanding. No way. It's like a tiny sapling. It needs continuous care. You have to revisit it, question it, connect it to other things you know. It requires ongoing, willing effort.
Which brings us to a really important distinction we need to make. Where does AI fit in, and what's our role that can't be replaced? See, this isn't about rejecting the tool at all. It's about understanding its proper place and what part will always be uniquely human.
This chart really sums it all up, doesn't it? Look, AI is absolutely going to replace things. It's already doing it. Many jobs, tons of repetitive tasks, even the simple act of looking up information. But now look at the other side, the things it can't replace. It can't be the ready student. It can't generate that genuine human intent to learn. And it definitely can't do the actual process of learning for you. That stuff, that's all us.
So if you take just one thing away today, let it be this. The big story with AI isn't about whether it'll replace us as learners. It can replicate the tasks we do, sure, but it can never, ever replace the person who is actively, willingly, and emotionally engaged in the act of learning. That power belongs entirely to us. And that leaves us with a final question to think about. In a world where AI gives us infinite content, the responsibility for actual learning shifts even more onto our shoulders. The tool can provide the what, but only you can provide the why and the how. So the question is, how will you choose to be that ready student?